Hey, welcome in, everybody, welcome in. I couldn't even pretend to go a day without looking at Truth Social and realizing that there is something fundamentally wrong with the decision that we made to make this president our president. Something is fundamentally wrong with people who do not see that there is something wrong. A whole civilization will die tonight. This is a clear declaration of war crimes. People have been calling for the 25th Amendment all day. What is going on with you Republicans that you have not pulled yourself together enough to save this country? This is madness. A whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. What? This is just a warning. Any president who routinely talks in such hyperbolic doomsday terms about ending civilizations or entire regimes should prompt caution from its citizens, the Fifth Amendment talk from Congress people, regardless of party. Here's why. Bombastic threats can lock parties into positions, making de-escalation from the other party harder. They raise the stakes dramatically and can provoke miscalculations by Iran or even other people when they hear this kind of talk. Presidential language should set the terms for international discourse. When casual talk veers into the lane of the lunatic, what is this? God bless the great people of Iran. It can come across as taunting and detached and unrepentant. And it is blurring the lines between targeting the regime and its people. Now you're starting to taunt and be wrong about it, because you're normalizing this kind of rhetoric about existential threats that may apply to a certain extent, but I think you veered into the territory where the guardrails are gone and you need to be reeled back in. And I understand that you on social media, you got your own social media and all that other stuff, but you can't be talking like this as a president of the United States. Me as a citizen, I am revoking your presidential card. I'm revoking your presidential card because now you're starting to go into lanes that ain't nobody ever went into. Look, context matters. And I understand that Iran has sponsored terrorism, threats against Israel, X, Y, and Z. I understand all of that. But see, here's the thing. You're framing this as a 47-year-old threat, and nobody has felt this 47-year-old threat. Maybe Israel had, but we haven't. You're taking on Israel's responsibility. You're taking on Israel's burden. That's not our burden. Nobody's saying you got to be diplomatic all the time, but this right here, this is going off the rails. This is almost theatrically funny. And it's unfair and it's unnecessary and it's unpresidential like for you to be on here ranting and raving like the screws have come loose, because you're stating crimes that may be considered war crimes. You're veering into the lane in which you're being cruel and you're trying to be a despot, and you're being very authoritarian, and this is unbecoming of a president of the United States. And nobody should be treating this as, oh, this is something that Donald Trump said. No, this ain't something that Donald Trump says. You should be accountable for what you're saying. You're talking about there's 4 hours to go. Why do you keep saying as though they're in negotiations and talks, and you're still giving people deadlines? If I was them, I wouldn't listen to your deadline either. I'd be like, come get some. You're going to have to put some people on the ground. And this is like one-upmanship, and I don't like it. Now you're starting to, everything is starting to be unmanageable and uncontrollable, and this is scaring the American people. Now we done went into a territory that we've never been before. Nobody's trying to stop him. Nobody's trying to stop him. And that's the problem. I always say that the Republicans never want to govern. Somebody has to govern. This person is not governing. This is a madman's speech. Every tweet is worse and more unfathomable than the last. And I can only say that you're a madman. You're a madman. And we all are sitting ringside seats watching it play out when nobody else wants to do anything about it.